Alright guys, Monotype here, bringing you another Monotype Showdown live. I did do one earlier with the steel typing, and I have decided that I wanted to do one of each type. So obviously I'll be starting with normal, and definitely I'll be running in the order of the trials of Sun and Moon. So if you do know, it's a normal, fighting, water, fire, grass, and all the way through. I will be following that order. So yeah, we're gonna start off with normal here. This is more of a bulky offensive team. I definitely have had a lot of struggles trying to use this team. I did record it live once already, but it wasn't really good. I got mauled over by 100 of these teams that were also mono normal, and they had Beware and Megalopony, and they're just mons I can't handle in this team. And I know I should have 2 flying types and be able to deal with it, but the thing definitely puts in work against my team. We do have Diggersby here, who's Choice Bandit. It's definitely a mon that I really wanted to use. It caught my attention because when you see 56 base attack, 78 base speed, you're really not expecting the best out of it. But when you realize that this quick attack can do 50% to a Megalopony, that actually is a lot. Come to think of it, only being a 40 base power move. Up next, we do have Chansey, and I do not plan to stall out a lot with this mon, but it is definitely a staple on most normal teams just because it is a normal type that has a really high bulk stat. Like it has 250 HP plus a Violite. It's just incredibly tanky, and not many of the normal types can say that. Next up we have defensive Porygon with Ice Beam, Foul Play, Recover, Thunder Wave for slowing down those fast mons. Definitely want to try to Thunder Wave Megaloponies if we ever do face any. Recover just for that what's the word? Longevity, I guess. Foul Play just so we don't get beat by setup sweepers, because this team also can't handle with like setup Scissor and all that other stuff. Ice Beam for the ground types, flying types, whatever we need to deal with. Next up we have Staraptor, who is defensive. We actually have defensive Staraptor who speed ties with base 60s, I believe. Although I don't see why you would want to speed tie with them, so we are going to go ahead and speed creep that. So we do outspeed base 60s. Because speed ties aren't really the best, especially when Beware is in the base 60 move pool, and it's better to U-turn out on it and go into something like Porygon to handle it. But definitely Taunt Beware is really annoying to deal with, plus it pulling a random hammer arm. We do have Brave Bird for good damage, U-turn for momentum, Roost Defog. This is practically a set that I bring every week in the UAPB for my Crobat. That we have defensive Staraptor, so this is definitely a cool mon, and I can't wait to try it out. Next up we have Normalium Z, Conversion, Porygon Z. This is practically how you win every match. We get in there if they don't have a chance to or any specially defensive bulky mon. We Z conversion up, click Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. We do become a Ghost type, which actually does give us some fighting resist. Although we do lose the typing when we switch out, so it's really not the best, but it does give us something for the time being. Although I believe Megalopony gets scrappy anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And then we have Mega Pidgeot to round it off, just Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-turn, Roost, just a standard set. Running Timid, so we can outspeed base 100s. Because things like Manaphy and Charizard and all that are in the same boat, and I don't want to lose to them. So yeah, that's why we're running these sets. Hopefully we can find a game really soon, because oh my god, no, this is a team I faced 100 times. Every time. This is not starting off to be a good live. I can't beat this team. I play this team all the time, and I swear it's got to be the same guy. It's Taunt Beware with Hammer Arm. It is Megalopony with Drain Punch instead of High Jump Kick, so I can't even Protect beat it. Although I don't even think I have Protect on a lot of my mons, but I can't pray for a miss. This thing is annoying because it gets Rock Blast, Bullet Seed, anything that wants to just 6-0 my team because it's incredibly fast, and I don't have a Scarfer on this team. And this thing just does what it does best and clicks Drain Punch and has Protean ability. So yeah, I don't have a good lead at all against this team. I can lead Mega Pidgeot, I guess, but he does get to lead Blissey. But I think I want to do that. I'm gonna just lead and click Hurricane, as he does the lead click Leon. Which is definitely something I can U-turn out on if he wants to click Taunt. Not entirely sure what he wants to go for, but I am gonna click U-turn out on this thing. I could go out into Chansey to scout what he wants to do. If he fires off a huge Drain Punch, we do take a lot of damage that is unnecessary. But we are going to go out into this thing, see what he wants to go for. We are going to Trace Protean, which might actually work in our favor, but he is going to go for the Stealth Rocks. We can easily click Thunder Wave here and become an... Oh, no. Wait, we become Electric type. Never mind, and we can't be affected by... Yeah, that's actually clean. I like Protean. Just as an ability in general. We get Protean, Porygon too. This thing gets knockoff, which wouldn't be something that's good. We are going to foul play the Blissey on switching, and that did 2%. Just incredible. Not really. This pretty much means the Toxic's gonna come on anything on my team. Chansey has to be the switch into Toxics because it gets the natural cure ability. We can set up our own rocks, which kind of chips away at this. I don't think there's a way to win this game at all because he goes hard Beware here, clicks Taunt, so we can heal. He can click. We do get the natural cure. We get the Trace Fluffy here, which would be nice to take the Hammer Arm if he wants to. Yeah, he just wants to fire up the Hammer Arm, which is something. We can just recover here as he is going to go out into Blissey again because Blissey counters this thing. Just entirely, if it is, I believe this is wish passing Blissey, so we lose. It's just lose. I can't break this thing at all. Okay, he's gonna make the play out on this Chinchina. So yeah, we can either try to soft boil it here, land a Toxic on it, just go back out and Porygon 2 because it is our defensive wall. SC does substitute, and this thing doesn't get Swords Dance, but unless he has King's Rock and flinches us to death. Yep, and I believe we lose because he's King's Rock. I'm just gonna start skipping turns now, I apologize, but this is super annoying. Full speed is 48 PP. He can easily PP stall me. He has this stupid King's Rock. He's able to break through. That is like a 50% chance to flinch. What is that? I believe it counts 10% for each hit. Like, that is so stupid. He's just gonna mix up his moves here. I don't see a reason why I should switch out. We're gonna foul play and bring it down to 18%. He cannot sub up here. Although we do need to recover because the next tail slap kills us. Unless we get flinched and then we die anyway, so that's always great. Does this or oh, he hits a crit. So those 2 crits definitely lost us the game. I don't have anything that can come in, take a hit from this thing, especially with it being skill link. I don't outspeed it by any sense. I'm just gonna click X. I hate that team so much. Okay, yes, we can get something that actually works out in our favor. We do have Ice Beam on this thing, which will hit Garchomp and Dragonite. We have this, so we can quick attack, frustration, and everything it wants to. Go chance you can set up Stealth Rocks in front of Goodra if it's not banned Goodra, or Hydreigon because Hydreigon's special, plus Latios might be special because he has 2 special mons and 3 physical attacking mons. I assume it is special Goodra. It's probably like Dragon, probably Solve as Goodra to be honest. I'm gonna lead Chansey as I want to fire off a Toxic right away. So he just doesn't care and he's gonna fire off a superpower. Oh, I didn't want to hit that. So yeah, I don't see us recovering in front of anything. We are going to be able to get a nice U-turn off here if he doesn't want to switch out. He's going to go hard into Garchomp, which this is definitely something we can go into. He's Rocky Helmet Garchomp. We can go into Porygon Z, or Porygon 2, excuse me, and click Ice Beam. No reason not to, as he is going to set up the Stealth Rocks, which is kind of annoying. We do get rid of it with the Ice Beam. We also have the rough skin. Oh, he's gonna bring a Dragonite, I guess, to superpower. We are physically defensive. That is gonna break his multi-scale, and that does get rid of him. So we did take out the 2 threats that were 4 times weak to Ice Beam. Not entirely sure why he made that play. Maybe I just fell that far on the ladder and I ended up getting these kind of games. We are physically defensive, so I don't see why we aren't able to take these hit. I do want a Thunder Wave, so I'm able to, no, I don't think we take that. We are going to give him rough skin damage. He has Life Orb Outrage, which we do outspeed with, Staraptor. I can't bring Chansey in now the rocks are up. So I think my best bet is to go into Staraptor, fire off the Intimidate, Roost Up, or go hard into Chansey and then Intimidate and Roost Up. Although I can't take 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins. So we are going to Intimidate here, go for the Roost because we do not outspeed. That's super unfortunate. Yeah, we just die here. But I believe we can go out into for Pidgeot here and click Hurricane. Is that a problem? Hurricane should get rid of this thing. And we can U-turn out on Laddie or Porygon. If he wants to go out into Gujo, we know it is a Assault Vest. We'll sack Chansey and then we'll go out into... Okay, so we can U-turn this and go out and sack Chansey. We can find out if he's Scarf too. He is Scarf Laddie, which means we do not live Stealth Rocks on switch-in. We're going to sack Chansey. If we Z-convert, we don't outspeed, so there's no point of doing it. Because we died to 2 Psychics, we can go into this thing and try to quick attack, although I'm not sure how much damage that'll do, but we can always get the chip, and we can try to clean with Porygon Z. I can always sack Pidgeot if I need it. I'm gonna click quick attack, and that doesn't KO, we died to Psychic. Well, we can live on 1, that works too. We should be able to get chip damage if he goes hard into Gujo. I guess gonna go to Hydreigon, which should give us at least 50% unless he's bulky and has Roost, then it does nothing for him actually. We're gonna hit a crit and it does 73. He's gonna U-turn out and go into Gudra. This does mean we can set up this Z conversion right in front of this thing. I don't see why we shouldn't. We do outspeed, and we can fire off the Z conversion, become a Ghost type, which might not be the best, but we do outspeed Hydreigon unless it's Scarf, which we actually found out that it's not. Dragon Pulse is not a 2-hit KO by any means. This Ice Beam is adaptability, or oh wait, I don't even get adaptability boosted. This thing is definitely Assault Vest, and if this Shadow Ball, which is adaptability boosted, and probably do more than Ice Beam. If this doesn't KO, then we lose, and yeah, we lose because we switch in on Stealth Rocks and didn't mean to do that, and we lose again. So I can't make this team work, guys. I can't do it. I'm gonna fall to like where we're playing like 6 Bulbasaurs as a mono grass team. I don't even know if you can do that. There's a species clause. This team is easily earthquaked upon. He only has 1 immunity, but you know, my Earthquaker is slow as ever, so it's not really the best bet. I can't make this team work. Like maybe it's just me. I don't know how to use this kind of playstyle, but when your whole team's weak to something that, because like I bet you Muck has Brick Break. This thing's gonna have Brick Break. I don't know. I'm just gonna lead Chansey. Yeah, that's perfect against this thing. Just because it's specially based, and we can set up the rocks right in front of this thing. He's gonna Acid Spray us, which is super annoying. Although we do, I don't know. If he Acid Sprays again, we can get off a Seismic Toss and then switch out into Porygon 2. I don't really want to take this hit at all. I don't believe Porygon 2 should be able to at least take it fairly well. He has a charge. Yes, he told you we'd fall off the ladder this far. Although I am going to say this and get swept by this. What the heck? I clicked that. At least we landed it. Do we even outspeed it at this point? 335 divided by 2. Are we still doing divided by 2 this generation? No, we don't even. I just sacked it for no reason. But we're not doing divided by 2 anymore this generation. I don't even remember how much toxic effects. We can just click frustration. I want to click frustration because it's an obvious switch out into Crobat. But I don't know if I can risk it. Nah, we're gonna risk it. Okay, at least it killed. Jeez, I was about to say, why didn't he switch out? This is definitely our win con, just because it's a ground type. And if we don't win with this, okay, so he's gonna go hard into Drapion. This thing has a fighting move, we kind of are screwed. He's gonna Aqua Tail, which is super effective. Forgot about that. Frustration should definitely KO, which is great. We don't want to keep taking all these hits though, so Lazzle can let us go out into Chansey. Crobat lets us switch out into Staraptor. Maybe he'll weaken himself with the... I expect him to defog though, as he is going to weaken himself with Brave Bird. Hits a critical, which is going to probably hinder our roosting ability. As he shows that he's Giga Impact. We fell this far off the ladder. We really did. We fell this far off. This is what we're playing. This is what we're up against. We are gonna go into Chansey just to pivot. He obviously couldn't do anything that turn because he has to recharge. Because somehow Giga Impact Crobat is a set. Plus Zen Headbutt. Yo, I will definitely take tips from there. I don't know. Maybe his team's losing to mono poison types and he needs it. We are gonna get the Brave Bird this Muck. Wow, he's max attack Muck. Because I'm not even running any physical attack, and it still did 60%. But I don't see why I wouldn't click it again. He can't poison me if I do so. He also couldn't Shadow Sneak me. And he does leave the game, which we are gonna claim our victory and find a new one. Hopefully, this means that we're a little higher up on the ladder and we can face something that isn't Giga Impacting or clicking Hyper Beam of the sort. So yeah, we are against Monograss, and this does seem to be a legit team until I figure something out. We do win with Porygon if we can weaken Venusaur, we can win with Porygon Z. I would assume that's Mega Venusaur, as it is only Mega option on the team. We do a Fire Punch on Diggersby, which will help with Ferrothorn because we are faster. It does also help with Superior if he does decide to switch into that thing on a Fire Punch. The two Ice Beams should take this thing out, no problem. The Hurricane Spam might actually win us the game, but we don't outspeed this thing by any means. So hopefully Chansey can eat a couple hits, put it on a timer, and try to tank some hits just in the long run. I believe I want to lead Diggersby just for the Fire Punch. Yes, he does lead Ferrothorn, like I expected, as we are going to fire off the huge Fire Punch here. No drawback for clicking it, as he has 0 fire switch-ins, just because he is a Monograss team, and he is the Iron Bars Rocky Helmet set, and does go down in one hit to a Fire Punch. I don't know why I expected him to live that. We're going to check back on this. He's not came back yet. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing. So he is going to go hard into Superior, and I want to say we have to sack this, but I believe it's faster than Decidueye, if Decidueye has max speed. Let's see how much chance he can take. 20? Alright, we need to put this, okay, he's Life Orb, so he's going to chip himself away. We Toxic him, he'll definitely be getting weakened. Hopefully +6 Leaf Storm is not enough damage to do too much to us, but if he goes down to 80%, then we should be able to put it, like if he goes down to 80% with this Leaf Storm, it is going to do 35, which means the next Leaf Storm kills. We do land the Toxic, which is something I was actually scared of happening. We are going to go out into, we don't get Regenerator on this spawn. Why isn't there a normal type Regenerator? That would be so nice against this team, or just for this team, I guess. Oh, wait. Mega Pidgeot outspeeds this thing. What am I doing? Oh, we are going to sack this thing here. As we know he's Life Orb, so that means he's not Scarfed. Mega Pidgeot outspeeds this thing. I don't expect it to live a U-turn, although I don't even have to worry about missing a Hurricane because we are Mega. I believe we go to 375 speed, which just outspeed the Superior, and nothing wants to take this Hurricane. We are going to win this game and move us almost in the 1100s. Yeah, I know. I don't know. We're definitely going to try to ladder as high as we can on Monotype. We should actually check the ladder currently, because you know, if we're gonna be doing every single type, I do apologize because I just blew your eardrums off. I was recording that, I think, so I do apologize. So yeah, we might try to go for the ladder on Monotype just because we're gonna be playing every single type. I know Bug is a really overpowered type, just because of Sticky Webs plus Volcarona, and Araquanid and things like Flame or Heracross. I believe I want to use her out this thing though and go into Staraptor, although I don't think Staraptor takes a hit that well. I just don't want to. Okay, as he is gonna Stone Edge. I will say, oh, that was a crit. Never mind. All right. We are going to. Okay, he's gonna forfeit, so that's okay. We won with Pidgeot anyway, because we have 2 flying types on our team. Let's get another one. I really want to see some different typings that I haven't seen. I've tested this team against Bug and a ton of normal until I quit the game because. All right, so we do have. Oh yeah, I did play Ice before, and he does have 3 Mons that are weak to Ice Beam, and we do have 2 Ice Beaming Mons. I know Hippowdon's super annoying to deal with on this team. We are gonna lead Chansey, although he might lead this thing for rocks, but I believe this is his designated rocker. Although I believe everything on his team gets rocks. Does Gastrodon get rocks? Because then everything would be able to use rocks. So I don't know what his lead's gonna be. I could lead defensive Porygon just to fire off an Ice Beam on anything. Although, is that Sheer Force Lando? Please don't tell me that's Sheer Force Lando. Because if it is, I might have to switch up my mono. Because I made my own flying Monotype team, which I will be using sometime soon. It was based off a team that I had last year that I did for Monotype. I loved the flying type last year Monotype. But I had Gliscor over Lando, but now that since I feel like Lando's better, I do have Lando. So yeah, what am I checking? I'm checking if Sheer Force Lando is legal. Lando Sheer Force. And I believe Sheer Force Lando is legal. Alrighty then. Actually gonna check what Ubers are allowed. Or is that gonna show us which ones are legal, or are they just gonna? If I typed in Gengar, I could use its Mega. Would it tell me it's illegal? Okay, the item is banned itself. Alright, I apologize. He left and rejoined. Alright. I do want to apologize to him for taking a little bit too long. Okay, so we use Sheer Force Lando, which is incredibly scary. We cannot freeze. We have Sheer Force boosted Ice Beam, and I don't see why we don't click it. I don't think Earth Power knocks us out because we are a Porygon 2. Focus Blast would not knock us out. I don't know, maybe it did. But that is a Sheer Force Ice Beam from a Porygon. And he's just gonna click X. Alright. So, that's a completely okay with me. We are gonna ladder up just a little bit. I do like that we are able to recover off those first couple losses. I believe we only lost twice though. My team can't handle fighting or anything, or maybe I just can't handle it. We are against another normal mono ground team. I believe that is Mega Camera, which is an incredible mon. It has Sheer Force. Although I'm glad he has 2 Sheer Force mons actually. We are gonna lead Porygon 2 again, or we could lead something to counter the Mega Swampert lead, unless it's Mega Camera. I do believe it's Mega Camera. That's the only reason it would be on his team. I don't see why you'd put Camera up on a team if it's not Mega. So I believe this is defensive Swampert, which we should be able to tell. Because if we're able to, I believe we are able to take this thing out if it's defensive. I don't know. We're just gonna lead this thing. We're able to take any hits, especially if it's a Paladin. We are gonna chase Sandstream and set up the sand for him, which is always a plus. We are going to go and foul play him. Why does that do nothing? I guess because we're in minus I don't know. I thought it would do a little more. Should have just clicked Ice Beam, but I don't want to reveal I have it. But there we go. We're gonna do it anyway, and we freeze him. Do I feel bad? Should I feel bad? Eh. There's no freeze clause. I should probably apologize. Camera up comes out. And we freeze that too. This is delicious, dude. And this is a 4 KO. And we are definitely going to go for it. You're frozen, my friend. Yeah, we're going out into Chansey because this thing takes it on if it's sheer force. Because it can't burn us or lower our special defense by any means. We are going to set up. We're going to take this wholeheartedly to set up Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks go up. We have 2 Mons frozen, which is a huge plus. I could have went out and Staraptor and clicked Defog. We're going to set up our Stealth Rocks. So he is going to go back out and hit Powdon. I don't know if you know, my friend, but I can take you out with 2 Seismic Tosses. Unless he is the dreaded... Oh, he's just gonna double out into Excadrill, which is completely okay with me. Actually, it's not really. Do I go hard into Pidgeot expecting the... I mean, I guess we could on the Rapid Spin or the Earthquake. I'm gonna do it. No, you don't make the plays. Oh, yep, he predicts it. Alright, well. Shouldn't have even tried it. But we are gonna go out into this thing. Attempt to click Earthquake. Hopefully he's Scarfed or something. He can switch out to nothing that could take an Earthquake. He has 2 Frozen Mons, which should definitely let us set up. This thing is not taking 2 Earthquakes at all. It's not even taking 1. We are faster unless he somehow Megas. And if he's Mega Swampert, then we're in a whole world of hurt. Although... Oh wait, never mind, we still have speed. Woo! I thought this thing got a lot faster. Or, unless he was adamant. He was definitely adamant, because we outsped. I thought we're not timid or jolly. Diggersby. He is gonna out a Nidoking, which, if it's modest, it isn't... I don't know. Maybe he's... Okay, he has Ice Beam. Never mind. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted. Although Chansey does come in and wall this thing. I can't fire off a Toxic because he has 2 Frozen Mons, a Poison type, and a Steel type. So I feel like my best bet is to click Seismic Toss. He's obviously running Sheer Force because he's running Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb. He's not running Poison Point, so we don't have to worry about getting poisoned by Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss is easily a 2 KO from here, because its damage does not change. Hopefully we are able to get in a Porygon on a Frozen Mon, and then we click Z Conversion and then sweep with Ice Beam. Not sure, did his Excadrill switch out moves? No, it did not. So I have a feeling the thing is Scarfed, but I don't want to switch out just yet until he locks himself into something. Although we could just go hard into Porygon 2, because Porygon 2 is physically defensive, and we can click Recover. We're going to trace Sand Rush, which he is going to lock himself into Earthquake. If he is Scarfed, which I'm going to go out into Armon here, just to see if he's Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, we know he's Scarfed. Well, if he clicks Earthquake again, we know he's Scarfed. If he clicks Rock Slide, good play. So I have a feeling he's going to switch out here, which we can easily U-turn and go out into Porygon Z. I expect him to want to go out into Hippowdon, set up the sand or something, which would beat our Porygon. He does go Camera Up, which is Frozen. I don't feel like that was the right play, but because he should have went out and set up the sand for Sand Rush Excadrill, although I'm not sure why he's running Scarfed Excadrill with Sand Rush. We are going to take this time to set up the Z Conversion. I don't see this thing doing a lot of damage to us, just with the +1 Spadef. Although I could be sleeping on Camerupt. Now he gets frozen again, so we can click Ice Beam here. and easily threaten everything else on his team. Scarf Garchomp does outspeed us, but regular Garchomp does not. We know this thing's frozen, can't do anything to us. Excadrill definitely does to a Shadow Ball, which we will be clicking over Ice Beam because it does more damage, with it being adaptability boosted and everything because we are now a Ghost type. He is going to come in, set up the sand, which is exactly what he should have done, but I believe the correct play is the spam conversion. I believe it's Sandrock too. 9th turn. Well, I set up the sand first turn, first of all. So if I set up the sand, it was 5 turns. Then he came out and set up the sand, and it didn't end till... Oh wait, never mind, we've seen leftovers. I don't even have to worry about doing all those calculations. So I believe the correct play is the spam conversion until the sand goes away. But although we don't... I don't think we live in Earthquake. I definitely don't think we live in Earthquake. We just go for it. There's no point in trying to... Because this thing 2-hit KO'd us with Earthquake anyway. So we either play our chances with Excadrill. He does get to lock himself into Earthquake. Or if he tries to predict anything, he'll lock himself into something else. He should click Iron Head here because that is his best play. It does hit everything on my team equally. If he clicks Earthquake, then it gives us a free switch into Staraptor, which we can U-turn out against. Wait, no. I said I was going to click Shadow Ball because Shadow Ball does more damage. He does click Iron Head, and he flinches us, and that is the whole game. I want to get one more because I don't want to end on a loss. I feel like we would have won that if we didn't get flinched. And sure, I could say the flinch didn't matter, but there was nothing else that could switch it into an Iron Head. But because he flinched, he won the game. We do have a team against Mono Grass, which we have seen we can beat before. He does have a couple mons that are weak to Ice Beam. I only have 2 good switch-ins to it, and we do have 2 Ice Beam spammers. Although I would feel like putting a different move on Porygon 2 or a different move on Porygon Z would be better, because I don't feel like we have moves to cover certain types that we should. Although Bolt Beam coverage is just a great coverage all around. We're going to take this time to set up Stealth with Chansey. He's going to lead Trevenant, so I don't know what he wants to do. He could just click Substitute, yep. He's gonna, he does have nicknames. I don't understand that. Why does it show the nicknames down here, but I have nicknames turned off? That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, I don't care about that. We are a Pidgeot. We are going to U-turn again. Have him... Or should we not U-turn here? I don't know. Maybe he'll set up the... I can't stand Sub-Leech Seed. Especially when it's a Trevenant who's going to constantly spam Citrus Berry. So annoying. If he misses the Leech Seed, I'd just be blessed. Because I feel like he has Sub-Leech Seed on every single mon. Confusion? No, I don't think we can confuse. Yep, and he hits the Leech Seed. We didn't even Mega Evolve, so thank God we actually landed the Hurricane. Is he gonna sack his Trevenant? Confused. He's a Citrus Berry, and that lets him sub because, you know, Pokemon logic. Stupid Citrus Berry bullcrap. I hate this. I hate this set so much. Why can't you be Natural Cure or like Frisk or something stupid? Why do you have to run this? Why? What is the fun? Okay, well, using Phantom Force on a mono normal team isn't your best play, buddy. But it's okay, whatever. I'm not worried about it. He's gonna just harvest the Citrus Berry till God knows when and stuck them to deal with it. This set annoys me so much, dude. Why is this a set? Yeah, why is this a set? I want to know. Can someone tell me why this? Who made this? Freeze him. Substitute. Ooh, he's so skilled. It's just garbage. Like, come on. Like, I have nothing to do except constantly switch out between all my mons and just let them get leech seeded. I can't break through this bullcrap. This team is like, what? This mon is stupid. Sub Leech Seed is just shouldn't be a set. Can't, like, I easily could have just killed it there, but it Citrus Berry, harvest Citrus Berry, harvest Citrus Berry, and now it's at 61. Why? I can't Toxic it, I can't touch it with Chansey, I can't touch it with Porygon Z, or Porygon 2 at all. I could go out of this thing and die to Leech Seeds. I could go out into this thing and do absolutely nothing. I could go out this thing and watch him sub right in front of me, or I can go out of this thing and not do anything. So my best bet is to break the sub with Staraptor, as he is going to Leech Seed here. Can you just miss the Leech Seed? That would be so helpful. Like, that would actually mean the world to me if you just missed the Leech Seed. And yeah, Leech Seed is... oh. U-turn isn't going to do enough damage to break the sub. As he does. We're going to U-turn again. We do break the sub. I want to go hard into Diggersby, but I feel like the best play is to go out of this thing and click Shadow Ball. Although I believe Ice Beam does more. I could go out in this thing and just Fire Punch the heck out of him. Yeah, we're gonna do it. If you double Will-O-Wisp, good play. Where's your substitute? Oh, but he gets the harvest, so what's the point? Oh, like, what? So stupid. Actually so dumb. I'm about to just speed all this up because it's stupid. What? Why is this a set? Why do people play like this? Sure, I'm using a Chansey, but I'm not clicking substitute and hiding behind a stupid sub. Like, what? We're gonna Natural Cure, go out into this thing. That's pretty much our best bet. It's just to constantly pivot between these two. And sure, we get Will-O-Wisp, but it's not the end of the world. No, we can't go into anything else because he's just gonna spam his Citrus Berry. We had it down to 7%. If he didn't get his Citrus Berry there, he was forced to stay not behind the sub. Okay, I don't have anything move. I don't have any moves that go around sub. Not anything I can see. We're gonna. I'm just gonna click Ice Beam. It does break the sub, surprisingly enough. He is gonna miss the Leech Seed, which is a blessing. That's probably what we need to start opening this door here. We are gonna Ice Beam. He gets the Citrus Berry, so it doesn't even matter, and he gets the Leech Seed off. Means we have to recover and then go out to Chansey. He's just gonna easily go back up to full substitute, whatever. I don't even care. What are you doing, buddy? Can I freeze you? You don't let me freeze you? Please freeze. No, he substitutes. I don't understand. I'm sorry for skipping turns, but I don't understand the logic behind the set. I mean, it might be quote unquote working. You got my Pidgeot down to 50%, but I don't even need that much HP. I outspeed your whole entire team, and you're not doing damage. You're easily just doing this to. You're doing this so I waste my PP, and all I have to do is switch out between Chansey and this. He's not doing anything. And I'm not complaining the set because it's... I'm not complaining about the set because I find it, like, broken. I'm complaining about the set because it's not doing anything. Like, if he was actually... Like, if this thing took me down and killed me, then I'd be like, wow, that's a cool set, it works. But when it's just wasting 22 turns because I can't break a sub, because if I do, he just sets it right back up. Goes with Leech Seed, skip. I go back out in the Chansey, he Will-Wisps or Leech Seeds, or clicks Phantom Force because we're on a normal team. But he clicks Phantom Force, so it takes 2 turns. I wasted an attack, and I'm wasting even more PP. I think he's most definitely trying to PP stall me. We do get to go out into Porygon 2 and click Recover now. We might be able to stall out all these Leech Seeds. Okay, he is going to finally switch out now. Which means we get in... I believe we get in Staraptor here. Although Staraptor probably not the best switch in, I don't have a better one. He's going to Mega Evolve and click Leech Seed. Oh my god! Are you a mono Leech Seeding team? What is wrong with you? Why is that your favorite move? Why did you just HP fire my Staraptor? Stop clicking Leech Seed, buddy. That is not the only move this game has invented. You're on Mono Grass team doesn't mean you have to run this. What are you doing? This isn't... Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? 30 turns and nothing's happened except my Chansey went down to 70, which I can easily soft-boiled. My Porygon 2 got burnt, whoop-de-doo. Nothing has happened this game. It's about to be the most uninteresting live ever, except shit like listening to someone get mad about... Thank you for using your brain and realizing you're not doing anything by clicking Leech Seed. If you click Leech Seed with this, gonna be problems. He set those spikes. We can easily U-turn on this. It definitely kills. He's gonna sucker punch us. We don't care about that. Gonna U-turn. I don't care about the stupid spike. You know, it's whatever. Just kidding. We actually have to get rid of it because he's gonna be able to Leech Seed, and now we can't switch out and do all this residual. He's gonna go hard into Carnivine. We have to recover here though because we are taking a little bit too much damage. That knockoff definitely hurts, but he's Life Orb. Which works out in our advantage. He is going to Swords Dance, we don't care, because now we go out into Porygon 2, although I don't want to get knocked off. Not the end of the world if I do. There's Levitate, I guess. He's going to Power Whip. That's at 70%, what? Alright, well now we die to a switch in. We are going to intimidate him, I guess, and he's going to go for knockoff. We lose our leftovers. I feel like a Roost here would be a smart idea. Just Roost out. He can't do anything really. A Power Whip wouldn't have done anything, buddy. Your best bet was to click double knockoff. He is gonna go out into this thing, and I am not even gonna think about it. We're clicking this. Goodbye! Get out of here, you dumb tree. Alright. We Roost here. He Leech Seeds, I don't care. Which I kinda do because it's super annoying. We are gonna click Brave Bird. Gonna take 58. He's gonna HP Fire me. Get the Leech Seed recovery. I feel like we just do this, right? We sack Porygon 2. We don't need it anymore. He's gonna click what? Hidden Power. We go into Mega Pidgeot. Click No Guard Hurricane. It definitely picks that off. I don't think anything else wants to take a Hurricane. This thing does not take one. And neither does this thing. As a easy sweep, but we could have done that 100 turns ago if he just stopped clicking Leech Seed. Alright, hold on, I'm not getting another one. Although I could make this an hour live. Sure, you know what we're gonna do. We already went over the time with 30 minutes. I did say I was gonna make it a 30-minute live, but then I said I wanted to get one more just to get a win under my belt. Well, I did get a couple wins, but I wanted to end on a win. We're gonna go for a whole hour live. I've never done one of these before, so you know, there's always a first for everything. Against the Fairy team, because you know I don't have a Steel or Poison move, I have to be really careful. Heat Wave is good for this thing and this thing. This thing could be a huge threat. Magearna can definitely do a lot of damage. Gardevoir can click Hyper Voice if it's Mega. I believe that is the only Mega option on the team. Mega Dancey is not released yet, so it has to be Mega Guardy if anything. A Steel move would be super nice here because he doesn't have a solid Steel resist outside of I mean, sure, he wouldn't have a Steel resist in general, but like he only has 2 Steel hits that are or 3 Steel hits that are neutral actually. But you know, like a Gyro Ball from like a Ferrothorn right here would actually hurt him a lot. So would Heatran. Heatran definitely would put work through his team. So he loses to Mono Fire because, or Mono Steel because Heatran's on both of them. Anyways, I feel like the best lead here would be to lead Diggersby. Because he was going to either lead Klefki or Dancey. Both I can Earthquake. He doesn't. His whole team's grounded. I can't be Thunder Waved. He might set up the reflect or whatever, but I believe through reflect we definitely OHKO this thing unless he's max defense bold or something of the sort. Haven't seen Klefki since last year, so I'm wondering what he's still using. Because Swagger, you know, got nerfed really hard. Confusion got nerfed really hard, so not really sure what he wants to do here. Obviously setting up the screens or whatever could be his best bet. Yeah, he's gonna reflect. Yeah, we don't care that he set up a reflect, just because Earthquake does so much damage. He's gonna go out into this thing, which is easy chancey bait. If you wanna click Leech Seed, oh my god, I've had enough of this. You can't talk it. You can't. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work, buddy. You can't toxic Leech Seed a chancey. You can't tell me you think you win. Although we have to switch out because we are because we're toxic. This will give us our natural care, then we can come in on it. It does actually work in our favor because we switched out to a physically defensive wall, which is Porygons 2. Nothing to really abuse the ability, although we can click Thunderwave, which we are actually faster than it naturally. It's kind of interesting, actually. I don't know if I just said actually like 3 times in a sentence, but we're gonna click Foul Play here, as he was going for the Aqua Jet. I believe if the reflect was not up, I don't even think the reflect definitely mattered there, because if he didn't have reflect off, he died. And I can't believe Azumarill Aqua Jet just did 48%. That's what I meant to say. We can go out in a Chansey, although I do want to click Recover. He's going to start spamming Calm Mind, which I don't care about, dude. You can spam your Calm Minds all you want, but do you have a Quick Attack switch in on that? I don't think this thing even wants to take a Quick Attack. It doesn't even want to take a Foul Play from a huge power. Mega Super huge power. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, buddy. You just lost your Mon. Go for it, buddy. So yeah, he's gonna go out into Comfey, which is an easy switch into Chansey. I'm gonna save this thing for a sack if he gets up Stealth Rocks later with DNC. He is toxic, so he is gonna take chip damage, residual damage actually, over and over again. We are gonna softball the Fool. Nothing to worry about here. The Leech Seed I don't even care about. It's the Toxic that worries me, because Toxic plus Leech Seed actually annoys me, but the Leech Seed itself doesn't matter, as he is going to click the X button because he realizes Chansey is too much for his 3 special attackers left on his team. We're going to get another one. So hopefully we can bring our ladder score up just a bit. I know it fell really hard, and here it is. The Standard Bug team. My favorite. Rocks are so essential in this, but I can't get rocks up on anything. The only mon I can get rocks up are in front of a Volcarona, but that does nothing. Alright, you know, we're gonna lead rocks, as he does lead a Raquanid. So do I make the play? Do I set up my rocks and die to I don't think that's the play at all. I don't feel like taking a huge water bubble move is the play just to set up some rocks. We're gonna go out into this thing, trace the water bubble, and watch this. Oh wow, we actually didn't drop. I want to fire off a Thunder Wave just for anything that might come in, but I have a feeling it's gonna be the Galvantula. We can double out into Chansey on anything, although we do see he has the common theme in a lot of teams: 3 physical attackers, 3 special attackers. Sure, he doesn't need any, because he's not running bulky offense by any means. He has webs, which doesn't mean he needs to run like physically defensive, well, special defensive wall, physically defensive wall. The guy has to run. The Raptor is a good Intimidate Mon, which gives us an extra wall. But yeah, since he's running webs, he doesn't have to really worry about it. So this definitely makes I'm definitely playing out of my comfort zone with this team. I usually I'm gonna make the play out in the Chansey. Oh, okay. Okay. Although I want to see if we're faster, because that only did 44. But yeah, this is definitely out of my comfort zone. I'm not really a bulky offense player. If the only kind of bulky offense I play is more semi-stall than anything, would be like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Chansey. Okay, we are faster as long as we know that. This is gonna hit a crit, which means we have to soft boil again. Alright, and that was a high roll, so we have to soft boil it again. I do apologize for soft boil stalling, but it's my only play. He keeps critting me, and now we lost when we got the defense drop, excuse me. I want to go out into Staraptor, get the Intimidate off, and then we can go back out into Porygons 2. This thing's just putting in a whole bunch of work on my team, all because of defense drops and crits. This thing, yeah, it's like... Oh, I don't know what's wrong with his Arachnoid. Does it not have attack investment? Like max speed F or something? We are gonna go out into Porygons 2 first, because this thing can take hits better. Now he wants to fire off some Toxics. He's about had enough of all my switching. We're gonna fire off a Thunder Wave here since he's obviously adamant on staying in. He hits the crit, and I believe we just die now because of the toxic damage, as we do. Although we can go into this thing, quick recover, or nah, I'm not playing with the. Although I believe it would do less because he's intimidated. I don't want to. I want to say because he's intimidated, because the low roll is 37, the high roll is 49, or that's the crit. Well, that was on Porygons too. Anyway, and the high roll was 44, I believe. Yeah, 44. And with the, I'm gonna click it first. I'm gonna click Stealth Effects. Okay, he got fully paralyzed anyway. I don't think we died though. I don't think we died at all. I don't want to say we did. He's gonna get fully paralyzed again, which is super unfortunate, and he's calling me a coward now. I wanna know I am, because I lived a liquidation anyways. His best bet was to lead Galvantula and click sticky webs and start sweeping, but if you want to call me a coward, I will definitely let's just definitely go right into this. Yum. And I'm not even gonna feel bad about talking smack this game at all. You want to start things, I will definitely do everything in my power to annoy you. Oh, we are going to click a heavy Brave Bird here. Nothing wants to switch on this thing. You can heal all your team. Ha 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 ha. You're running Toxic Protect Arachnoid. I mean, I kind of need Roost and everything when I'm running a bulky offense team, but I don't know. Maybe if I have Recover on him on, I'm running Stall. I don't know. Maybe that's what this guy feels. I don't know what's going through his head. All I know is I can click Brave Bird on this thing. It doesn't want to take it at all. Yep. Give me your mom. You can liquidation me. I don't care. This will let us come out and roost in front of Scizor. No, we don't roost in front of Scizor at all. We're gonna U-turn here. Get rid of the Arachnoid. Kinda sick and tired of you. And I believe we're gonna go out and Pidgeot. We're gonna go out and Pidgeot. Just apply pressure to anything that wants to come in. Nothing wants to take a hit from Pidgeot. Galvantula is not a counter, my friend, unless you're Scarfed. We can click Heat Wave here. And you should fall over. And we now can sweep everything. This takes Super Rocks damage, This thing dies to Heat Wave, that dies to Hurricane. This is definitely our win con. You obviously don't understand what 4 times weak to fire is. My friend, we are going to teach you a little bit of a lesson. Bullet Punch only does 43. I don't care. There's the Heat Waves to your face. Don't I feel good about healing my whole team? Yes, I do. My friend, you're also forgetting that Hurricane is a move. We also have no guards, so you can't say I'm a lucky player for being 100% accurate. You're going to go out into Yen Mega, and you're not running the correct EVs either. You're going to protect, so I'm going to easily heal up my whole team, because apparently it's a crime to run Roost. Yeah, apparently it's a crime to run Roost. Alright. All of your members. Yeah, totally. Because Diggersby gets a healing move, and so does I believe Porygons gets Recover. But, oh, he decides to forfeit. But this is, I guess, I'm gonna go on a mini tangent here, and this goes out to a message to everybody. He's gonna protect. What else was? I could have clicked Hurricane twice. I mean, it didn't matter. His Bug Buzz or whatever move he wanted to go for, unless he had HP Ice or something, couldn't kill me at 50%. But if I know he's gonna protect because that's his only move to outspeed me, I'm gonna click Roost. It's the best play. I don't see why he got mad about that. Also, I don't understand why he got mad about me spamming recover between these two mons, when it was really my only play, when he's gonna stay in with the liquidation spam the whole game. And he was toxic protect, so he wasn't banded. There was no reason why he should have spammed toxic or spammed liquidation there. I honestly could have got rocks up super easily. He forgot Pidgeot has a mega speed boost when he gets mega evolved. But apparently I'm the king of cowards because I run Roost on I have recovery moves on 4 of my 6 mons. Apparently bulky offense is not a legitimate playstyle. I apologize. Should probably just quit the live right now, don't you think? We're gonna lead this thing, although that's unfortunate. I want to get rocks up super early, that's why I lead Chansey, and Chansey's probably not the best lead. But, you know, I want to get rocks up early against this team. He has Defog in Beedrill. I don't want Beedrill, Defog Beedrill is obviously an option. Beedrill, or Crobat gets Defog as well. But I want to get rocks up. Staraptor's is an easy switch in, easily because it gets off the Intimidate if he's Mega Beedrill. He's obviously going to click U-turn. I don't see him clicking anything else if he clicks Poison Jab. Should only do about 40%. I don't see it doing any more or any less. So we should be okay here. Yeah, we're gonna go out to Staraptor, get the Intimidate off. He is gonna Mega Evolve. Oh, never mind. I turned that off. Alright, so he's gonna click Knockoff, which is definitely a good play on his part. We can't get the slow U-turn off here. I don't see. Okay, he's not gonna want to U-turn. We are going to be able to go on to Porygons Z. Porygons Z hasn't got much light this game, or this whole live. I do want to click Z conversion right now, although he does have speed boosting Scolipede, so I kind of want to save it. We're going to click Thunderbolt, and that does 50%, so he is a more offensive, or more defensive set, not especially defensive. Nothing really wants to take this, although he does get to live another one now. So we can click Thunderbolt. He does get to live this unless that was a low roll. At 53, it was not. And now he's gonna recover stall me because he's the king of all cowards. We are gonna take this time to Z conversion, although it probably was the wrong time to click it. Should have done it earlier, but we knew he was gonna protect. I do apologize for skipping turns. I'm kind of trying to skip the obvious stuff that was gonna go on. He's gonna go on to Jagolgi, who is assault vested. Jeez, that took no damage. We are gonna click Ice Beam here. As long as he doesn't have protect on this thing. It did 49. I definitely feel like he's assault vested, although we can go out into does he have I feel like he's adaptability. If he's poison point, good job. Maybe he's feeling the earthquake and go hard into Crobat Sack and go hard into it's his only ground resist, so Diggersby might be able to come through. Pidgeot is definitely going to be able to beat these two mons, Beedrill and Scolipede. Chansey should be able to stall out Toxapex, although I'm not sure how true that is. We can't Toxic any of his team because he's Mono Poison. Mono Poison definitely seems like a fun type to use, just because you can't be Toxic, you get rid of all Toxic spikes. Although the same with Flying. Flying isn't affected by spikes or T-spikes, so you only have to worry about Stealth Rocks, Electric moves, Ice moves, which all are solid switch-ins. You have Volt Absorb, Thundy Eye. I'm definitely more familiar with the flying Monotype team. We are going to Frustration and get rid of the Jagolgi here. He's not Poison Point, or it just did not activate. We're not poisoned. He can go out in a Crobat, which I don't want to say this thing can touch me in any means. It can Brave Bird, but that definitely does not KO me. Unless it's Supersonic Psystrike. Then he gets rid of me. Alright. The more you know. That's what I was trying to say. Anyways, we're gonna go on this thing. He's gonna just click Brave Bird again, and that does 1,000,000 damage. We are gonna Hurricane and get rid of this Crobat. And I just disconnected off Showdown. That's always great. I had worse connection earlier in the live than I did right now. I do apologize for a black screen. I'll probably put something over it. I don't know what happened. We're loading 2 showdowns. Oops. Alright. Here's showdown. I do want to apologize for leaving the game. I have reconnected and have this many seconds. He is probably going to knock off, but Staraptor's my best switch in. As he does P-Jab. I told you I only did about 30. Actually, said 40. I don't know the calcs off my heads. Off the top of my head, we're gonna roost up here. We did lose our only mon that can handle. Our only 2 mons that can handle it. Actually, we kind of just lose the Toxapex now since we lost Diggersby. But I shouldn't have probably risked it against the Crobat. But I didn't really know for sure what we wanted to do. We are gonna click U-turn on this thing and go hard into Porygon. I don't have a solid switch into this thing at all, and I think this thing just 6s my team. He's gonna Toxic Chansey, which there's nothing I could do about it. Although his moveset, if he has Haze as his last move, then it'll be a Scald. So that is easy PB stalling. And I know that is not obviously the best way to win our game, but that is our only way to take down a Toxapex. We are going to get Regenerator on our Porygon too, which is actually really clean because we can go all the way down in our HP. That does nothing. Because after this we can switch out and heal almost up to full. We are going to attempt to freeze him as that is our best play. He's going to fire a Scald here. We are going to go down to about 42%, and after we switch out into Chansey, we should be back up to 70. Chansey's gonna come in, take the Scald. Hopefully we get, never mind. I can't say hopefully we get burned because, we have the ability, we have the, thing anyway where we can't be, we have Natural Cure. So if we switched out anyway, because that's what we've been doing, just trying to get him to double Toxic. We have Regenerator again. We are gonna go hard into Chansey, heal up a little more on our Porygon. And we're gonna go back out to Porygon. We're obviously not wasting our own PP as he's just gonna waste his. And you know, this is probably not the way that I want to play the game, but since I accidentally sacked Diggersby to a Supersonic Sky Strike, I hate these alliterations. They always trip me up. We are gonna pray for a freeze as our best bet of winning the game. We are just gonna go into this thing, and I believe after a couple turns, okay, we did get burned, which is kind of good, so he can't spam Toxic here, so we can soft boiled. It does force him out. So we can go out into Staraptor as our counter to this thing. We did remove the burn, which kind of sucks. He's gonna knock off. Doesn't matter to me. Because he doesn't have U-turn apparently, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how much damage Pidgeot does yet, although I feel like we can roost in front of this thing as our best bet to be able to kill the Slazzle. We are going to roost in front of this thing as he does fire off a Scald, which was not his best play. He should have Toxic because, you know, it's a Pidgeot, but I'm glad we got extra HP. Definitely a lot better than the HP we were at. I feel more comfortable with having 61, and it also did stall out an extra Scald. Once he runs out of attacking moves like Toxic or Scald, we can go into Pidgeot and start spamming Hurricane. I'm definitely not going to make him struggle to death. I will be playing. I'm just trying to get rid of his attacking moves, so we don't have to worry about anything, and we can get in Pidgeot for free and start spamming Hurricane. We need Staraptor alive to counter the Beedrill, which he hasn't showed that he's hasn't shown that he has U-turn yet, so we should be good on that side. He's gonna probably go for the Toxic again. So now he's gonna go out into Salazzle, which is an easy Thunder Wave. Although going out the Chansey would probably be the better play, which is what we're gonna do. It also forces him out and forces him to take extra recoil damage from, well, not recoil damage, rocks damage. I do apologize for going over the hour limit that I said, but this battle is going to be a while. And I know most of these battles have probably been at least 40 plus turns, but we are running more bulky offense than set up and go kind of style. It's definitely an interesting playstyle. I don't enjoy it as much just because I feel like I'm forced to use Mons as this kind of thing. Like I'm forced to constantly switch out between Chansey and I'm constantly forced to switch between Chansey and Porygon because there's no other play for me to make. He is gonna so he's a toxic, sub-toxic Salazzle that cannot hold up a sub against a Chansey. I don't see why he would want to sub again, but he is gonna do it. I apologize for skipping the turn again. I don't see why he would want to keep spamming sub because now he can't come in on rocks again. Although I'm completely okay with spamming Seismic Toss because once Toxapex comes back in, we can heal to full, so we don't have to worry about anything. We have Staraptor for both his bug types. Porygon Z, Porygon 2 plus Chansey can easily wall Toxapex. So Salazzle's almost dead. I feel like we have the game in the bag right here, but although I don't want to be too safe yet, or too like, I don't want to be too sure that I have the game yet because anything can happen. As he is going to click sub again. Are we losing too much HP? I feel like we click Seismic Toss one more time and then we soft boiled. Or is that the play? Yeah, we have. Okay, he's gonna attack us here. It should please 232. Okay, that's good because we can easily recover in front of Toxapex. We have to switch out here. There's no other play. If he's running Pursuit on Beedrill or Scolipede, great play. Like that's just a great play. We are gonna go out to Staraptor on this thing. If we get Pursuit Trap, we're absolutely screwed. Although we do have U-turn out on, we do have, okay, he's gonna disconnect, so we are gonna wait for him to come back before we end the live. So yeah, we pretty much have a minute. If he comes back, I kind of want to see how the rest of this game is gonna play out. Definitely because I feel like I'm putting myself in a position to win this game. Stacking my Diggersby was probably not the best play, but I definitely was able to bounce back. I feel like he should have been able to sub. If he subbed again with Salazzle and I broke the sub, then he wasn't able to sub. Okay, so he did reconnect. So let's see how the rest of this game plays out. We are going to go into Staraptor here to get the Intimidate off as he is going to speed boost, which we shouldn't care about too much. Natural Cure does activate, so we're not toxic anymore. He is going to Poison Jab and hits a crit. Actually unfortunate here. We are going to go into Porygon 2 just to take another Poison Jab. I do apologize. My throat's getting kind of dry because I don't have any like water or anything. I didn't realize I was going to be recording for a whole hour. Didn't plan on recording for an hour, but I just kind of got in the groove to play some Pokemon right now. Should see what he wants to go for here. He did disconnect again. I don't know if he's having internet issues or anything, but we shall see what he wants to. Hopefully the timer starts like not letting me, like, you know, like the timer goes, since he had 40 seconds last time and he has 40 seconds again this time. Not sure if you guys can see it, but because the way I have the thing set up, yeah, he's down to 20 seconds right now, and I believe he is just done and gonna quit. But yeah, I definitely feel like this game played out a lot better there. After we got the Chansey and Porygon 2 in his head that he couldn't break through it with Toxapex, made him sack his Salazzle. Both his bug types were easily walled by my 2 flying. That is the end of the game here due to a loss to inactivity. We are back up to 1220 on the ladder, which is just about where we were at the end of the Steel Monotype live. So guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a like button, it is greatly appreciated. Also, let me know what other content you want to see outside of Pokemon. I definitely want to start branching out and doing other things outside of Pokemon. I know, like, with being a Pokemon, like a PokeTuber and all this other kind of stuff, and being the Mighty Gliscor, it kind of restricts me to Pokemon. but I kind of want to move like outside of Pokemon, I guess, and try to take on other things. So if you have any game ideas you want to see me play, make sure you check it out. If you did watch this video all the way to the end, it is always greatly appreciated, because it just lets me know that you guys enjoyed this kind of content. If it's not something you enjoy, I do apologize, and I probably won't be doing lives this long, but I just kind of got a little carried away with having fun with this. Anyways, that is all for me. I am the Muddy Glass Guru, and I will catch you guys later.